Great.
This professor has sunk all of his savings straight into this expedition.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the chainsaw. Maybe I should have thought it about more food.
Well, I mean, you have a chainsaw.
Yup.
Okay. So, anyone else doing any other preparations?
I'm just go to my place and pick up my stuff, basically.
Yeah, sounds
including my horse.
Yep. By horse, the travel is going to be a lot easier for you, but obviously you're going to have to keep pace with the rest of them.
True. I mean, but it also helps me carry all my stuff.
Yeah.
And saddlebags and the likes. I mean.
Plus, it means you don't have to actually walk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. Horse is great until you get to the mountains, and then it drops. The amount of speed that it can do drops.
Yeah, probably ditch the horse or switch to a cart or something, and I leave it on the stable. So
Okay. So yeah, after you spend like the night preparing and getting everything ready, kind of like laying out the course, is that the course you're going to take? Is head to Mudan?
Well, if I'm the guide, then yeah.
Path.
Say if I'm the guide, then that's the path I've laid out.
Cool. All right. So you're gonna head to Mudan first.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So
set out in the morning, gentlemen.
Yep. So you set out in the morning. This is about it's Trichoselium equivalent of like January. It's fairly wet and blustery. Not so much that you're like walking against the wind, but it's a bit of an ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way up into the mountains to these here. Okay, that is not selecting. Stupid thing. And then to about here. Where Calhair's Wood and all that is. And then through this pass. And you head into some like dense forest. Is that this point that you feel a certain unease, as if 1,000 eyes are watching you all at once?
I'm in the woods with 3 near strangers and no money. Yes, I am screwed, of course.
I mean, it'd probably be worse to be in the woods with 3 strangers and a lot of money.
Technically true.
Yeah, you notice that there's a lot of birds kind of perched on branches. Like a lot of them, and they're kind of like watching you as you make your way through this pass through the hills.
Interesting wildlife.
And then as you kind of like get into like the denser part of the forest, it becomes very dark, and kind of the road becomes like overshadowed with these overgrown trees, and there's just like a load of like crows just all on the branches all around you.
Alfie's gonna plant his foot in the stirrup, and he's going to pull back and load his crossbow. At this point, he's not feeling very comfortable.
Wait, do you have a horse too?
No, in the stirrup of his
Okay.
Of his crossbow.
Yeah, he has the hook and the belt hook thing. I forgot what his name is.
Oh yeah. And yeah, as you're making your way through, it looks like it's like that's like a scene from The Birds. There just seems to be more and more of them closer to you.
I mean, would
sitting on these branches.
Would Demorhan lore be able to read portents?
Yeah, make me a check. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a difficulty.
Sorry, Demorhan
of
mysteries, rather.
yeah, 14. Let's say 14. Yeah, it's complicated.
Well, 16.
Ooh,
So
yeah. There's something at work here. You you feel that there is like a some kind of like dark magic at work, and that they're being controlled somehow.
I think we're being watched.
By a bunch of birds, of course, but I mean,
The birds don't act alone.
well, who would they be acting with?
Whoever's watching us.
Very informative. Carl, heal.
By the way, I'm clean
And the
now.
dog will come on over.
Just for the sake of visualization, I'm both clean, wearing fresh clothes.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I bought
Time
all
to
new.
ruin them with blood.
I bought all new clothes. I've got leather armor on. I got 2 swords hanging down on my sides. I'm a new man.
Yeah. But I'll look at you and I'll go, well, we shouldn't just wait here for them to ambush us then.
And then as you say that, they swoop down from the trees towards you.
Spent too long with the conversation.
Ah!
Yeah.
It looks like they're about to like attack you when there's a sudden like from a horn, and you look over into the forest, and there's like a small a small house just there, and you see a man kind of holding a horn, kind of ushering you to come quickly.
I spur my horse in that direction.
All
I
right,
like
then.
it better than being eaten by birds.
That's a bit better. All right, let's get on over there then.
To the hut.
Yeah, so you go into the hut, and he kind of slams the door, and then there's like that moment of like against the door. And it's like, oh, they're at it again. Greetings, my name is Dawn, and
Hello,
this is
Dorn.
my family.
I'm Simon. Pleasure to meet you. Hello, everyone there.
Yeah, and there's a rather tall, well-built young man. He looks like he's a bit of a simpleton, you know.
Mhm.
And then there is a daughter that's about late teens, and then his wife.
Okay.
He says those birds have been troubling travelers through the pass for who knows how long.
Dear.
It's only that we found these horns that it seems to call them off, at least for a bit, allowing allowing a little bit of respite, allowing you to get through.
Found them.
Yeah, we
No
found them.
horns lying around.
Yeah, we found them.
May I examine them?
Oh, sure. And kind of hands you the horn. It just looks like a ram's horn.
It doesn't have any inscriptions or patterns, spirals in the leg, nothing like that.
No, it just looks like an indescript ram's horn.
And you found it where exactly?
Oh, we found it in the forest. I think one of the travelers that might have been, attacked, probably dropped it.
I suppose they had slightly less luck then.
I hand it back. So useful.
Well,
So you
please, it's not going to be safe for you to leave for tonight, so you're welcome to stay here.
I thank you for. I'm gr- I oh dear. And then he'll stop himself and go. Thank you.
Were they all
Yes.
the same kind of bird?
Yeah,
They were all what, ravens?
yeah, or crows.
Crows?
Yeah.
Crows are
Oh.
only daytime birds?
Mhm.
Or nighttime birds?
They're primarily daytime birds.
Yeah, it's probably
So it would be
daytime.
safer to leave at night.
Yeah, but they'd attack you at night. He says like
It's also getting very dark.
Yeah, it's also getting very dark.
Well, if there is some dark, and I look around and close my mouth because I don't want to startle these people. If there's something going on here, it's better to be able to see them during the daytime. If
Yeah.
nothing else.
It is peculiar. We noticed that they've been attacking for a while. Curious enough, they don't seem to attack when we go out for like firewood and stuff like that. It's just during the night.
So,
I see.
and only travelers, not you and yours.
Oh, we've been swarmed.
Oh,
That's why we have this, and he kind of motions to like the bolt,
yeah.
and it's
Ah.
pretty much like reinforced.
Well, as long as they don't learn how to lift latches like that, then I think we're fine. Cue
Yeah.
like a twig like sneaking in under the door.
I go like to please stop doing. Well then, yes, we should take a corner of your domicile and not bother you too much.
Yes, we definitely appreciate your concern. This is a fine homestead you have here.
Oh yeah, it is fine.
I look around and go like, well,
It actually is quite fine. More fine than you would think for a location like this.
Mhm.
You notice that the wife has like a golden bangle on her arm, and yeah, the place looks really nice. Dawn is dressed quite well, and even though this looks like it's meant to be like a miner's kind of shack, there's a mine next to it.
mhm.
There's no dirt on his fingers or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Are
probably
you
the
the,
birds, pull people in, and he takes advantage. Don't
Right.
eat the food is what I
we
whisper.
did not have a proper introductions myself. My name is Julius Arm. And a surname, perhaps? Family. After all, they must be known around this point. Lived here for a while.
Yeah, well, he said, "Well, my name is Dawn. This is my boy Toma,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife Kynan, and my daughter Catherine." Um,
I bow slightly, especially to the ladies.
yeah, they it looks like Catherine is in the middle of like making you tea.
Right.
Yeah, and Kynan's just kind of like sitting at the side, kind of watching.
Who
A little
owns the
bit
mine?
cautious. Huh?
I ask him who owns the mine.
Oh, we found we pretty much like took ownership of it. It was abandoned. We've made quite a killing out of it. It's we found a lot of ore out of it. I think you've noticed, like, and he kind of motions around.
Mm.
We're doing quite well.
What sort of
But
ore?
you have
He says, copper. This is a copper mine.
very valuable. So like, and I look at our resident magicians.
Mm-hmm.
Very valuable in the right market. We haven't heard about this place before. Interesting. But you are only how many people are you working here? Do you have any miners?
Oh no, it's just me and my son. We basically the mine was deserted, like I said. We just strip out what we can find, and then take it and sell it off.
But I'm sure you're looking to expand, soon if you're making extracting a valuable resource like that.
Oh yeah, of course. We're always looking to expand and make some more coin.
Right.
When's the last time you were able to get down there?
What, down into the mine?
Yeah.
Well, Tomo was in there just later, and he just kind of like looks over at Toma, who's like this towering young man. Like, yeah, you were just down there earlier today, weren't you? And Toma's like, hmm?
But with the birds
And
attacking?
yeah, well, they don't attack during the day, is what they said. But
No,
when we
they
look over at
do.
him, are his hands clean?
His hands are not clean. He's been doing something.
Mhm.
There's dirt on his hands.
Teen boy, he's been doing something.
He's either been down a mine or he's been out getting firewood or something. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's enough dirt that it looks like he's been doing manual labor. It doesn't look like Dawn has done anything today.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, though, the birds do attack during the day, don't they?
He says they do attack during the day, but we have the horns, so we're able to go out and kind of disperse them and get firewood and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty bad.
So
While he's
you've been...
talking,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm looking at the, especially the younger girl, and see if she's, fidgety or otherwise, nervous.
No,
and
she seems fairly focused on pouring a tea. Can you all make a perception?
Pouring the tea for
Yeah,
17
the
hours
tea.
now.
Hey,
Okay.
how did I get 17? Oh, because I have all right, it adds in stats and stuff too.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's a thing.
Good job. Good first
I'm
roll.
the guide. That's my second roll.
Okay, so Simon is the only one that sees this. Like, Domhnall is looking in completely the opposite direction.
To be fair, I do only have one eye.
Yeah, true, yeah.
I might be keeping an eye on, like, the boarded up windows or the door or something.
Yeah, you see her, like, slip something out of, like, a sleeve and then pour it into the tea.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, she goes and back and starts stirring it and then brings it over.
I do want to mention, though, before any of this, I did whisper, don't eat it, don't eat the food. Before the perception rolls, before anything, the moment the gold bangle
it's just
was
on pure
mentioned...
instinct.
Yeah, the moment the gold bangle was thrown out there, I was like, yeah, clearly they're luring people in and taking their stuff. Don't eat the food.
So, now that I've seen this, I am, of course, incredibly suspicious. What would I need if I were going to make the jump of saying, what could these four here in this house be doing that may or may not control birds? Could I use a science or erudition or science to puzzle out maybe what mechanism is happening here?
Right. Well, what is the anchor of your belief? It's magic science, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, you wouldn't, like, go, oh, I'm imagining this, but, ooh, this could be something Demorphin related. Yeah, you would go, like, ooh, how are they doing this with science?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, yeah, give me a Magians roll.
All right. Magians, 15.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with Magians.
Well, I mean, I already told you that birds were being controlled.
Right, of course. I'm just looking to figure out how precisely they're doing it, and the answer is I have no idea. It's nothing in my science.
do I notice any decoration, something like that may have an occult meaning around?
No, you don't notice anything like that. Like, it's a fairly nice living room that you're in. Like, too nice for a mine. And yes, it looks like Catherine's just kind of like standing there. She's put the tea down on the tray. Says, "Well, here you go. Enjoy."
No, thank you.
Just kind of waiting.
I say no, thank you, quite loudly.
Yeah, and I will of course like hold out my arm to the other two and go, well honestly, it's been very nice that you've invited us in and everything, but the more I think about it, the more I simply must recuse myself. It'd be impolite of us to to burden your family in such a time. We honestly ought to get to the main village. We ought to find an inn and have a proper stay. I'm so dreadfully sorry to impose upon you like all of this, but please, you must understand. We're just simply trying to move through.
Yeah.
We never wanted to put this upon you. And of course, I'm trying to stall anyone from taking a drink of tea.
Yeah, so like
Oh
none
no,
of
I
you are
tap
taking
like
a drink.
tap a wineskin on my hip and say I brought my own specially prepared concoctions.
Yeah, Dawn kind of like you notice that like his smile kind of like sinks. He goes, "Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I don't think you're going to be leaving. Toma, bolt the door."
Carl, protect me!
I go for my sword then.
Okay,
Who's
we're in
Carl?
combat.
Shoot him!
Yeah.
Did I
Because I'm
miss
an
somebody?
occultist,
Who's
but I don't have
Carl?
any spells. So I have a sword though, which I
Cool, right.
suck at. Which I suck
So-
at apparently. Yeah.
Okay, so
So let's see.
right,
So
is anyone doing a quick action?
what kind of quick actions can we?
Is that a
do? I'm
mechanical
calling my
thing?
dog to me.
A quick action is basically doing things without regard for your safety. So like it's
Ah.
you know
Hell no, I'm defensive 100% of the time. If I don't answer
Okay.
you, what my attitude is, defensive by default.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I care about my safety.
so it's 1d10, which you add your speed rating, and then quick action would have basically increased your speed. So
No
Yeah, I'm
token.
destroying my weapon. That's what I'm doing, and taking a defensive stance. But
oh, okay, right. Let's put these on initiative trackers. Like you, this should.
Yeah. It does
So
the
what do I-
old
so-
D&D thing where if you have a token selected, it will add
Yeah.
it to the initiative. But
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
let's-
you,
let's go with that.
So
can you add me?
Where do we roll for that? How do we roll for initiative?
on the attitudes, there's an initiative button right to the right-hand side of whatever your attitude is.
Okay.
I've gone ahead and just set myself to
Oh.
defensive, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have.
Very
Climate
cool.
penalty.
Nice.
All right. I'll just drag. Nope. Yep. There we go.
I mean, that makes
That's-
sense for our Alfie to be
Yeah.
on it.
He on it.
Add turn.
Julius with a 1. Oh my gosh. How did it get so
No,
low?
Julius, you rolled attack. You want the initiative button.
Where is the initiative button?
the right.
Oh,
I think
here
it's
we
the
go.
middle one.
Yeah, it says initiative and has a. I would say
Oh,
that's
okay.
so much better than a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So they're going off. 10 plus. What is the speed of a peasant commoner?
That is a fair question.
Oh, it's not high. it's
African
what
or
I was gonna
European?
say. Hmm.
Peasants just carry the coconut between them with a bit of
Ooh.
twine.
Okay.
+5.
Yeah.
I guess the
Alfie,
question: where should my dog act?
Your dog. I've got stats for a dog.
Okay. I mean, we could just throw it into my initiative if you want.
Yeah, do it on that. But
Okay.
I do have stats for animals,
Good.
which I shall.
Yeah, he is just a guard dog.
Right. Where is stats for doggo?
Yes, I bought 100 chickens.
They each get an initiative
Chickens
order.
fight the crows.
I mean, I don't remember
Okay.
what game I was making that joke on, but clearly it's working for the crows. So
Oh yeah. So yeah. Dog has a speed of 7. If you
Ooh,
wanna roll.
very nice. Sure. I'll go ahead and roll a d10. He has a 14.
he acts before you.
Yeah. So, first is Alfie.
Okay. So,
So they've basically kind of the moment that they bolted the doors, out came the cudgels. Like,
yeah. So, pretty much the first thing he's going to do is swing up his crossbow into a hip firing position and send a bolt directly into the nearest person's chest. Who is that?
right, that's let's see. You were sitting there. That's probably Toma.
All right, Tomar. And hold on, I forget. Does aim consume your movement, or is it a whole other action to aim? Because a special thing for the archery.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
So, it's a fighting attitude. It's of range combat, and yeah, it takes off. Yeah, I think it's just because you're doing it with crossbow. I think you're not going to be able to move. So
Okay, that's fine at this point. So he's going to aim, and it doesn't matter if they're moving, and he's going to shoot a bolt straight at Tomar
okay.
with a significant bonus. Jesus, that's a big number. Okay.
So what was the damage?
All right. All right,
Okay.
Tomar, nothing personal.
Oh!
And it does 2 regular damage.
Okay, so
So Tomar.
for people that don't know how Shadows of Esteren works, this is how it works. So I just look at their defense, take their defense away from their from the damage that was just done, and that is how much damage they're taking overall. If they manage to like completely negate it, that means that they don't hit at all. But that was a ridiculous roll. His defense is 8.
So 22 plus 2 from the crossbow, 24.
Minus 8 is 16.
16. So what happens in Shadows of Esteren is that there's stages, right? So there is good, okay, bad, then there. Okay, he just goes through all the stages at once and just drops to the floor as he sends a bolt right through his heart. And there's just kind of a moment of just kind of, and he just kind of slides down the doorway.
Well, I mentioned this at character creation that Alfie is the only one that I would be worried about because Alfie is the only one who can hit me, and I'm a defensive master. So,
yeah,
Alfie's kind of scary.
He is.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I'm just as good using the chainsaw as that.
But I mean, we know that that's why you're here. So this is like,
yeah, it's my
I don't know
job.
why that guy's getting his money.
I'm doing my job.
Doing good so far.
All right, that's gonna be my move.
Yeah, so it's now Domhal.
So we're just considered having drawn our weapons already?
Yeah.
Can I reach the father from where I'm at?
Yeah, it's a small little living room, so that would be a move match, and it's just basically.
Because I imagine I was near the door anyway.
Yeah.
So when Tomar went to bar the door, and then Tomar goes down.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll cross to attack Doan? Was it?
To attack Dorn, yeah.
Dorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who plays Worf. I'm not good at this.
No, he just kind of parries it, and you got a critical fumble as well. He knocks you to the floor.
Oh.
You spilled the tea!
The tea, yeah, and the table just kind of goes over. The tea falls on the floor.
We probably ought to add like the peasants here to the initiative for me.
Peasantry.
Yeah.
Wait, that's me.
But I
Well,
think the one
I
who
mean,
rolled the
also they're
15
out
is
of
next,
order.
followed by dog.
Yeah, they're not sorted
Okay.
yet by number.
Oh,
All right.
oh gosh, yeah, they weren't.
I'll add a generic token. Um.
Well, I just mean like
You can also
Julius
just
is
like
next.
click the like blue add person to initiative button and just write in a name.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, it's handy for when you just like don't have anything.
By the way, that's almost 2 crit fails in a row.
Okay.
Good
so
job.
My game.
Thorn. You know, I didn't know about this add to initiative thing.
We learned something today.
Yeah, there's also a button on there to sort once you put the numbers in, because
Yeah.
again, it shows Simon is next, but Julius is next.
Yes.
Well, the one that was going next was unfortunately he's dead now.
Oh, good.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean to visible initiative.
And I guess Doggo at 14.
Yeah, and I'll
Yeah,
add the
put
dog.
Car on.
Okay. Oh, it's not letting me select that now. Stupid. Roll 20.
Depending how you do it, if ascending or descending. Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes you have to
cool.
click it more than once just to
Yeah.
get it.
Ascending, and then I clack it. Descending. There we go.
There
Right.
you
So
go.
with Alfie's gone, then that. Now it's Julius.
Well, I go on the offensive then.
Yep.
Well, then, sir, I'm afraid your hospitality has been grievous, and I attack
Okay.
with an 11 with my long
Okay.
sword.
So that's a critical. Right. So yeah, 11. Okay.
And
Versus
the
his
lo-
defense of 8.
And the sword is a 3. Long sword is 3.
Yeah.
It's
And then it
14
adds on
total,
extra
yeah.
for the
Yeah.
critical.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So you rush across and you're hitting Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Dawn's just kind of knocked Domhnall to the floor, and then you just come rushing across, and then just stab him in the shoulder. He drops the cudgel and just kind of goes, ugh! And then you notice, Domhnall notices this first. You notice that he has a stone in his hand.
Mm.
Shit.
A jar for you. Yeah. I mean, that was a critical. I'm not a very good fighter. I guess I can just swing the sword more to keep people
Hey,
away
Oh no,
from me.
You're not
I
laying
do
on the
know
ground.
critical.
You could say
That's
that.
true. Well, that's true.
But yeah, he's reached into his
I
pocket
mean,
and
you're
pulled
saying
out
I
a
see the
stone.
stone. Can I see the sigil that's on the stone?
You can feel the power coming off the stone, and it is not good. It's one of the
The
order,
birds.
the corrupt stones.
The birds
no.
are coming.
We're just
Dog has 14, so they should be up there next, I think.
Oh yeah, dog 14.
And I guess just in terms of what Dog is doing, which of the 3 were like closest to threatening Simon here?
Fett and Simon, that's probably me, Catherine, who's pulled out a knife.
All right, Dog's going for it.
She has a kitchen knife. Okay, so the dog, right. Stats for the dog, pretty simple. NPCs don't have all your stats and stuff for that. Essentially, all they have is like a few lines of text. So dog attack rating. They also don't do stances and stuff. Dog attack rating is 10. So, ooh,
Ooh, now that's
10
scary.
plus 10.
Jesus.
Nice.
Being absolutely savaged by a dog.
Yeah. And then she has no armor. So there's this moment of the dog just leaping across the living room. And right into the neck,
Goes straight for the jugular.
dragging her to the
girl.
floor.
Good dog.
It's an Irish hound kind of dog. He's a big hound.
It's an
Looks like-
attack dog. So yeah,
It's
More
a
like a
tiny little
bulldog.
skipper key.
More like a bulldog. Yeah. Just a moment.
okay. So yeah, Catherine is out. Sorry.
Right.
And now it's Simon.
All right, so Simon does not have a weapon on him unless he wants to rev up the chainsaw in close quarters. So I'm gonna ask, suggest me like what are some good non-combat options I could do here? What I mean non-attacking options. Can I like assist someone, distract someone?
Yeah, you can use like any of the actions that you have outside of combat. You can use in combat. So like it could be like deception or something like that. That you're trying to trick them. As long as you can like make a case for it, like you can do it in
Okay.
combat.
Well, you know, the smaller girl is right here, and her brother's dead, and so is her mother, and her father is on his last leg.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no!
look
The
to the s-
daughter's gone. The daughter was
Oh.
the one that died.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was the elder woman. So I'm going to look to her and go, ma'am, please stand down. This isn't going to go well. I have hired guards.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna get her persuasion up. Not
Okay.
persuasion.
And I guess this
Her
would be a relation.
yeah. It's gonna be against her. Cool. Right. Yeah. Of course. Of course, creatures don't have that. Come on. So she is just a peasant. Okay.
All right. I'll go ahead and roll then.
Yep. And then she's just gonna roll against. Okay.
Nope.
And she's gonna roll 1d10. No, that was wrong. That was 1d1. Oh, well, that wasn't any better. So
Two panicked individuals look at each other.
you just kind of stare at each other for a moment. She drops a knife, and you just kind of like back off a little bit.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Right, Dawn is gonna spend some Rindaf. All right then. So Rindaf is what you spend to do spells
Mhm.
and stuff. He's gonna do a Dwarf of Mysteries and fail.
Nice.
Ooh.
Just when he didn't need it.
Well, I
He
mean, if you
he
fail
tries
though,
to
you don't expend the Rindat.
Yeah,
though,
he
right?
doesn't spend. He
Yeah.
doesn't spend it. Yeah, he was trying to summon the power of the stone, and then he goes running out of power.
I move the sword to his neck. Drop it now, sir, or lose whatever's left of your miserable life.
Okay, do you want to make a
Damn it,
check for
Julius! I
that?
said don't eat the food.
Sorry.
It's gonna be difficulty. Not that high actually. Probably 12.
That would be a relation, correct?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Stand down. And then his wife just kind of like is distraught at the moment, looking over at her two dead children, and she kind of like sets down her weapon as well. All right, you got the better of us. What do you want?
The truth. Where did you get the stone? How many have you killed?
We found the stone in the mine.
Your boy probably found it. Messing about. Is that the thing you used to call the birds?
yeah, as well as other things, you might want to have a look in the mine.
Right. So I take it by your clothing that we're not the first victims. You've done this before.
Again, you might want to have a look in the mine.
We
I
will.
think what he's saying is the mine's where all the bodies are at this point.
Well, somebody should tie these two up.
Well, what do we do with them?
Oh, they'll be hanged, of course.
Are we going to take them back to the city?
No.
Well, the village isn't too far away, assuming nothing happens in the night. Yes, in the morning.
Yeah, I'll have to do it in the morning. Tie them up together. Make sure they don't have any sharp implements on them. And someone help us. Guide friend from the floor.
Oh god, there's blood everywhere.
There usually is in these situations.
Oh, I've never seen this much at once.
You'll probably see
Yeah.
more before we're done.
Not since the medicine exam.
That's quite the dog you have there, Doctor, says Alfie as he kind of plants his boot on the person's chest and just starts pulling out the
Oh
bolt.
yes, Carl. Carl, come here. Yes, that's a good boy. Oh, you're such a good boy. Oh, you're always here for me. Here, oh, Carl, I have a treat for you. Yes, sit. Sit. Good boy.
That's
Yeah,
a faithful
Tosses him
hound
a
to have.
treat.
Yeah, the dog just snaps up the treat.
It's a faithful hound to have. I had one when I was a child.
Oh, well, I couldn't
Yeah.
ask for a better friend than Carl.
Well, the fire claimed him, but it happens.
That's true.
And he looks at
Time
first. He
enough.
looks like very sad at the dog. He knows his dog is full of
Mhm.
blood and he's
Yeah.
like, but it's like he looks very sad.
Yeah.
To the dog. Like he looks at him a minute. He's remembering something.
Mm.
And he kicked the stone to the side so that I guess the sigil is up. So if anybody
Yeah.
can, and I say,
Time takes away all friends.
to our guardsmen to tie them up while I
Okay.
keep them tie them back to back, so if one tries to move, they have to carry the other, and then we rope them around. We want to make damn sure these people do not move from where they are after we check them.
Yeah.
Can I
Try to
get
summon. They have other stones or something like that.
can I
That's
get a quick clarification or a reminder, rather, of what I was told to be doing with these mogs?
Oh, to be doing with any of the cultists or anything like that.
Yeah, well, they're mogs, aren't they? Or mogs, or whatever how you pronounce the
Oh,
word.
Morkyle. Yeah.
Morkyle?
Morkyle.
Okay, I was thinking they were the
yeah,
other ones.
You were just told to find the source of, find out what they're doing, and like track them down essentially. You don't think these are practitioners because, like, well, he wasn't very good at what he just did.
Well, I mean, he attempted. He attempted to be a practitioner. Literally,
Yeah,
all
he's
the practitioner is somebody who makes the attempt.
Yeah.
Also, he's in possession.
Yeah, he is in possession. But you don't get the sense of any kind of power off him. In fact, the power seems to be emanating from the mine rather than from him.
Also, specifically, as a Demorhen, he's someone who's trying to use the power for their own good. Specifically, luring people in, and he's taking their wealth, and he's trying to kill them. He's literally doing that. What is my my normal operation here when encountering somebody like this?
Like if he was a Demorhen that's like kind of fallen off the way and stuff like that, you would have to take them to the council, and then they would judge. This would be escort them to the nearest village. The Demorhen there will kind of work out what to do with them.
Okay. And specifically, these corrupted stones. What's my...
Oh, yeah. Also take them to the Mohen. They'll take them to the councillor, who will probably destroy them.
All right, then I'll follow what Julius had said earlier, and I'll begin tying this guy up, and I'll confiscate the stone.
Did I recognize the symbol, or is that beyond my occultism knowledge?
Right. So the symbol that's on there is
Occultism.
just trying to work out. Well, Domhell will know what it is. He has.
What does occultism cover as a skill?
Well, the occult, like, it's the investigation of the occults and stuff like that, and also things like exorcism and like
Just-
combating the occult.
I'm just trying to cover our skill bases between myself and Julius. In that,
Oh yeah,
would Julius know more about the guy as a cultist, and I would know more about the things he's using, like the stone and whatnot. That sort of division of knowledge.
this would be outside of his knowledge. His knowledge is more on the supernatural phenomenon, the spirits, um, and like actual dark magic, like sorcery and things like that.
And this specifically falls into Demorhen mysteries, that sort of thing.
Yeah, this is nature magic. This is corruption of the smokes with the nature spirits.
Okay, I didn't know if we were like his occultism was like an everything generalist, or if it
No.
was.
It's literally to do with the occult and like spirits and things like that, and
All right.
demons. And,
Just trying to make sure where our overlap was, and apparently it's nowhere.
Okay. Yeah. So you notice that he has 3 of them actually. There's coal birds, stone arrow, and then one of them isn't actually corrupt. It's just curative berries.
Cool. One to
I mean,
keep, 2 to give
practical
over.
for sure.
I'm sorry, what'd you say it was?
Coal birds.
No, I got those 2. The last one.
Oh, curative berries.
2 to hand over, 1 to keep.
Yeah, you got curative berries then.
Nice.
Surely you want corrupt call birds.
I mean, we haven't decided where my character is aligned on that, but
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what the right thing to do is before I start doing the wrong things.
Of course. And I guess, like, in terms of investigation, I'll throw my hat in the ring too, and I'll ask, so what exactly was the tea poisoned with?
Well, it was to make you sleep, and then we'll take you down to the mine and sacrifice you to gain the power to use the stones.
Well, that's a little disturbing to think of. Sacrifice, though,
Yeah, and he just kind of like shifty eyes to where the mine is. And he's go,
I'll look over and go, maybe in the morning we ought to investigate for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
Put the matter fully to rest.
I mean,
Take out the bodies anyway.
the depths of the mines aren't going to get any brighter during the day.
That's technically true. So we should leave these 2 tied up here, investigate, and return?
Yes.
Maybe we should leave your
Depends.
dog to guard them.
dog will happily stay there. And
Carl, you know what to do. And it just woofs.
Yeah, go back to the others.
and he just kind of like sits, paws at that, right next to them.
Menacing.
Like,
Yes. So yeah, you leave the house. Like the birds are, they're still there.
I grabbed the horn just in case.
But
I'm sure that the horn was just a fakery, but still, you never know.
they're not aggressive. There's a lot of them, and
You know,
you head out and
I think this guy
around.
has to be pretty powerful if he's.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
call
that power?
birds. Call birds He had to spend a lot of Rindath if he's calling as many birds as an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Well, it said the power wasn't coming from him, though. It's coming from the mine and probably the sacrifice they're doing down there.
Oh, right. You're saying that he's more of a conduit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Alfie wouldn't know that, but
No.
Right.
Right, but I mean the indication that he said that he was being drained.
Mhm.
I'm using his words, not the knowledge that I don't know about the mine. I mean, since we all don't really know what's going on in the mine.
No.
Well, Alfie, you should probably go first.
All right. Ugh.
Yeah, so
Latched again.
Should I spend something so that we have a light?
okay.
What? Wait, what? I've got a lantern. Just reached in.
Okay.
Someone else hold this.
Here, I'll hold the lantern for you.
All right. It's gonna takes Bone. He's going to start heading into the mine.
Okay. So yeah, you head to the mine, push open the door. You are greeted by what sounds like a woman crying out deeper within the mine.
Oh,
Already disturbed, and we haven't entered.
that I recall what you said about the crying woman. That if people hear the cry, then they died within the week. Does it sound like that? Does it sound like something?
No, it sounds like someone's in distress.
Oh,
You reckon it's a trick or someone's actually down here?
somebody might have survived their attack. But it could also be a trick as well of whatever is down there. Be prepared.
All right, let's get going.
Yeah, so you head further down. There is like a wooden door to this side, and that's where like the crying coming from. And then the interesting thing is, even though you have the lantern, it's not penetrating the darkness that goes further down.
Oh. That's
Can
a
you
bit
all
menacing.
make a mental resistance roll for me?
Oh boy.
Boy.
And I don't-
Hey.
Where's my mental
Oh.
resistance?
Okay.
Oh boy.
We're looking good already, everybody.
Fucking go!
So
Yeah, I'm tittering right now.
okay, one right. Cool. Okay. So for those who are watching, I don't tell them if they succeeded or not on that.
Mm-hmm.
I just write it down in my journal.
Alright. I missed something going on mine.
Hey, yeah, it's a mental resistance roll.
And that is where on the sheet?
It's by your
At the
sanity.
bottom. Sanity?
Yeah, and then there's like a mental resistance.
Yeah. I guess the only question is, does that generate some trauma here, or to be revealed later?
So the way that trauma is done, is that I don't tell you when you gain trauma. I also don't tell you when you reach certain milestones. You literally have to do a roll and diagnose yourself.
Okay, so you're keeping a separate track, and you'll update us when we should update. Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I will. I won't even update you when stuff happens. It's so that your character doesn't know if they're going insane or not. Because when you go insane, you don't know.
That thing that's
Right,
gonna happen to you, that thing that's been marked
Yeah.
down, like if I start seeing hallucinations, I'll know that I'm somewhere on the track. If Alfie starts
Right.
getting super sad for no reason.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm just looking for like emotional cues to follow here. Like, does this mental resistance mean that I'm terrified of this
Well,
place
I
because
mean,
I have this critical failure?
What's your thing? I forget.
Paranoia.
Oh, you
Yeah,
you
if you
rolled
start
a
getting
1.
paranoid.
Yes, I did. I critically fumbled.
Okay, so if you rolled a 1, you get a scar.
Oh.
Ooh.
So that we go to sanity. So yeah, scarring. Each time the player rolls a 1 on a d10, a mental resistance roll, if the character suffers from a deteriorated. No, you're not pushed over the threshold yet that you
Okay.
need a scar.
Okay, good. All right,
But
everything's good then.
yeah,
So
so
I'll say. All
but
right,
yeah,
so lantern trembling, walking down.
are you going into the darkness or are you going towards the screaming?
Well,
Oh well, I'm looking at everyone else then.
let's look over at Pat first, as Alfie says he's kind of holding his holding something
someone's in
around his
danger.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's a doorway there, right?
Yeah, so you open the doorway. At one side there is like a load of rags and clothes and like some weapons and stuff, just kind of like piled in over there. It's clearly clean stockpiles so they can go and like sell it later on. And then on the other side there is a woman who's tied up. She's in Maginus clothes, and you actually recognize her.
Hmm.
You Simon does.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. This is an old friend of your mentors. Her name
Should
is
probably determine the name of the mentor at some point.
yeah. That would be a good idea.
Let's call him Gregory.
Gregory. Okay,
We'll worry about a last name later.
Greg.
Mentor Greg.
Grand Magister Greg. Imaginist.
We just like to call him J Dog.
Okay, so this is a name that I'm not even gonna try and pronounce. But I'm gonna So it's Ananias Krusek, who is an old friend of your mentor.
Ananias, is that you?
Oh, Simon, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, the darnest thing. I'm going on an expedition, and we
Oh,
were waylaid by. I'm going to simply say they're bandits, but I, I never expected to see you here.
oh,
Are
yeah.
you all right?
I'm looking for my son. But wait, you're going on that fool of an expedition? You're going?
Well, I mean, I someone should look after and see what happened to Gregory. You know.
Well, our foolishness have gotten here. Able to save you, my lady.
That's true. Well,
All right. Well, might as well get her out of those bonds then before we continue. How undignified.
Yes, of course.
yeah.
Does she look like she's been here long? Like, dirty,
She
unkempt?
looks like she looks like she's been there for a while. It looks like what they've been doing is they keep people for a while until they need a new sacrifice, and then they sacrifice them, and then
Mhm.
restock. Um,
I hate to
so
ask you this, my lady, but you did not come here alone, did you?
I had 2 guards with me. We were heading to Mudan to try and find my son, and well, yeah, they took him down into the mine.
Well, my lady, if you'll come with me, you remember the cabin outside, correct?
Yeah,
Right
yes, I
now,
do.
the two of the bandits are there. It's an unsightly scene for sure, but Carl is there. You remember Carl, of course.
Oh,
If
yeah, I remember.
if you go there, you should be safe, and we can talk more once we settle whatever nasty business is down here. Our plan right now is that in the morning we'll head to the town proper.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. And then she kind of like she wants to get out of there as soon as possible. You get the
Right.
sense that she's
She
been
has a
through.
safe place. She can go there. Everything's fine for right now.
Yeah, and you get a sense that she's been through a lot and probably witnessed a lot,
Yeah,
and she
not
just
about
wants
to
to get out of there.
interrogate her about like, hey, so did you see any people get sacrificed?
Yeah,
Ooh.
so she's just out, and then
Yeah.
you hear like the door slam.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you're gonna head into the darkness.
Yes.
Get down to it then.
After you, Elsie.
He's gonna he's gonna do a quick 6 points, and he's going to step into the darkness.
Okay, right. So as you head into this darkness, there is a strange sensation of a kind of an absence of sound, and it's a horrible feeling. It's like an absence of anything. All you can feel is like the trudging beneath your feet as you're heading further and further down into this cave, into this mine.